Hi guys, this is Skylar. I am completely blind. I am autistic and I have a chronic heart condition. If you hear any noise in the background, it might be my mom or the dogs. Today we're going to be talking about unguided imagery. Unguided imagery. Okay, so sometimes, or I have a few of these CDs, like two, and they use guided imagery to kind of help you relax. Like, I have one called Sleep Well Under the Sea, and it tells you to imagine all these animals in the ocean, all these types of fish, blah blah, to help you kind of relax. And she actually guides you through the process of the imagery, imagining, getting under the sea, all the animals, blah blah. And I even made my own relaxation video on YouTube. But today we're going to be talking about some of the things that I personally like to imagine to help me relax. These are things that you don't really need a CD for, per se. I mean, it might be helpful just to have some, calming music. I don't know. Just saying. So these are some things that I imagine to help me to relax. This is kind of a new one. I just made this one up, so to speak, a couple weeks ago, because I was born in the 90s, so I was asking my mom a couple weeks ago, how did I sleep when I was little? How did I this? How did I that? Because we didn't have all the cool baby gadgets we have now back in the 90s. And I was asking Mom what a mobile was like for a baby. And she explained, she said that it was this thing that you put on the baby's crib. And like back in the 90s, you would wind it up and it would sing. And it had like these stuffed animals that would move around and around and around and around above the baby. And this was the 90s, so you had to wind it up. So, recently, that's what I've been imagining, that I am, usually when I'm laying on my back, I usually use this imagery. I imagine that there is a mobile above me, and that it has, I don't know, butterflies or something, and they're moving around and around and around and around. Now, I really like this Spanish for butterfly, which is mariposa, mariposa, mariposa. I think it's a very beautiful, beautiful word. Anyway, so that's kind of a new imagery, as I say. I also like to imagine, this is kind of an old one. I've been doing this next one for quite some time. I like to imagine people whispering one of my favorite words, actually up close into my ear canal. Excuse me. Because I have a lot of favorite words. So to have somebody, whisper that into my ear canal would probably feel really good. But, sometimes I don't get that luxury, so I just imagine in my head people saying favorite words of mine into my ear canal. And it helps me relax, but it also gives me goosebumps, which I like to call horripilation, another word for goosebumps. And that is also good because goosebumps release, feel good chemicals in the body, like dopamine and stuff. So, yeah. Also, this is kind of old, kind of new a little bit. I imagine people giving me creepies, which is when, creepies is a Skylar slang terminology, meaning not, I made it up. Creepies is when somebody gently crawls their fingertips up your back, like the way a spider moves. So it's like if somebody went like creepy, creepy, creepy up your back. It just is really a soft type of touch. If I imagine somebody giving me creepies, it kind of does give me that goosebump feeling. Nothing's like the real thing, but imagery does help, especially on a stressful night. And sometimes, that kind of gives me goosebumps as well. So it's nice and relaxing feeling. Also, I like to imagine things that exist in my dream to help me relax. Like, there's a plant in my dreams. This plant only grows in my dreams. It's called Deva, Devva, and it's like about half as tall as me, actually. And it kind of looks like one of those rosemary Christmas bushes. It's like a, well, it's kind of shaped like I said, a rosemary Christmas tree, but it's very long. Like, the leaves are like 4 times as long as rosemary. It's very resinous, and it's very, 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 very woodsy. So sometimes I'll imagine that I'm like, usually Deva bushes grow near rivers, like near the sand in my dreams. So sometimes I'll imagine that I'm corpsing near a row of Deva bushes on the sand. So that's actually quite relaxing. Or I might imagine that I'm being caressed. Also very relaxing. You see, I've never been one to stick to the guided imagery thing, because, like, even if I have 2 of those CDs, like I said, and things that they say remind me of other things. So even if I listen to those CDs, I'm not going to stick to it. And deep breathing never worked for me, so I'm definitely not going to do that, because it doesn't work. So why should I? But having CDs, or having a brain that is free to imagine whatever it wants, is really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Because that helps me to relax. Like, if somebody was to tell me to imagine kittens and bells, I would say, excuse you, that doesn't really help me. But, like, if I got to imagine whatever I wanted to help me to relax, it would be better. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and God bless.